Hello and welcome to Comic Drake, where I talk about comic books and my name is Drake. Sam Alexander is the latest hero to take up the mantle of Nova, but just who exactly is he? Growing up, Sam always thought that his father's tales of being an intergalactic policeman known as a Nova were just made-up bedtime stories. Now that he's 15 years old, he's way too cool to believe any of that crap. But when Sam's dad goes missing, he tries on his father's helmet and learns that the Novas are more real than he could have ever imagined. The helmet grants Sam all sorts of standard-issue Nova Corps powers. This includes flight, super strength, energy blast, universal translation, and even a little bit of telekinesis. With these newfound powers, Sam took up the mantle as the universe's last Nova. But there's more to him that makes him even more special. You might have noticed that Sam's helmet is black as opposed to the traditional gold helmets of the Nova Corps. That's due to the fact that Sam's father was a supernova, a rogue offshoot of the Corps that intended to harness the full power of the Nova Force. Sam has gone on many adventures as Nova in search of his father, as well as other Nova helmets. This has thrown him headfirst into team-ups with many Marvel favorites, including the Guardians of the Galaxy and Beta Ray Bill. But don't worry, Sam has also had his fair share of work in the big Marvel events too. For example, he was the one that heralded the coming of the Phoenix Force, which kickstarted the entire Avengers vs. X-Men event. Sam was knocked out for most of the event, but ended up helping fight off Dark Phoenix in the final battle, which led to Thor offering him a spot on the Avengers. However, the Avengers are not the only super team that Sam is a part of. He's also a reserve member of the New Warriors. Oh, and during the Axis event, Sam fought alongside a bunch of villains turned heroes such as Carnage, and even fought Klaw, who is an even stronger, angrier, and crazier version of the Hulk. Think of Klaw as the Hulk's version of the Hulk. He is that scary and powerful. Now, as for appearances in other media, Nova is a main character in the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show, Marvel Heroes, Marvel Superhero Squad, and LEGO Marvel Superheroes, but with the wrong costume. If you want some starting points for Sam's adventures, you'll want to start with Nova Origins. But if you're willing to jump right into the action, you can also check out New Warriors. These kids are all fight. But as always, now it's time for a vote. If you want to know more about Klaw and all of the Hulk's different personalities, then click on the Hulk. But if you want to know more about Ultron, then click on Ultron. Still, if that hasn't been enough comic book goodness for you, don't forget to check out my video on the origins of Daredevil, or my video on Agent Phil Coulson.